From KUNC and the NPR network, this is In the NOCO, a daily slice of Northern Colorado news and happenings. It's Thursday, May 9th. I'm Erin O'Toole. A shortage of affordable housing and a shortage of teachers recently forced leaders in Eagle County to try an ambitious new project. They've taken the unusual step of becoming a builder and landlord for some of the school staff on their payroll. Miller Flats is a 37-unit housing complex built exclusively for school staff in Edwards. Last year, reporter Ray Solomon listened in while second-grade teacher Julian Miyares checked to see if he'd won a spot in the building. Julian, whose story was part of the KUNC podcast The Colorado Dream, had entered a lottery set up for prospective residents.
Have you been speaking?
A few weeks after we talked around the kitchen table, the lottery results came in by email.
I'm here checking my email real quick. Lottery results. Yes, I'm the 25th.
Julian's name came up early on the list, number 25. It's like getting the 25th draft pick out of 37 available spots.
Wait, it looks like we won.
I think you won it.
Okay. A little relieved, if that's how we can say it.
Just last month, the coveted spots in the Miller Flats complex were entirely filled. Today, we are checking back with Julian Miyares. Julian, welcome to In the NOCO.
Thank you.
First of all, congratulations to you and your wife. I can hear the excitement in your voice, maybe the disbelief in your voice when you got the news. I want to start by asking you, what is your favorite thing about your new place?
One is how affordable it is, how beautiful they are. The apartments are very beautiful. They all come with high-speed internet, and it's so close to my work. It takes me like 6 minutes drive.
Wow.
Which is awesome. I used to drive more than 30 minutes every day in the morning and more than 30 minutes in the evenings. And when it was really snowing really hard, it took me sometimes an hour. So
you mentioned, Julian, that you are from Colombia, and I understand it's common in Eagle County schools to have educators here on visas, partly because it's so expensive in the high country, and they have a hard time finding local teachers. I know the cost of living is just too high for the average teacher's salary. Could you tell me about the community of teachers at your school?
There's a very diverse community, you know. There are some teachers from Mexico, others from the United States. There are some teachers from Spain, a bunch of teachers from Colombia. Also, we're a lot of Colombians here and a lot of Mexicans. So we're a very diverse group.
And I'm so curious, what made you want to work in Eagle County? I mean, it's no secret it's expensive here. Base salary for certified staff in Eagle County was about $50,000. That's something the Vail Daily reported. And this is in a community where many homes cost millions of dollars. So what drew you to Eagle County?
It's funny. I mean, I used to live, I don't know if you say in Colombia. You know, I was fine there.
Yeah.
But I wanted to have the experience of living abroad. I had a friend that was working here in the same school, and I was like, okay, let's try. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I mean, I didn't know housing was so hard and so expensive, you know. And they are not my wife. She's a social communicator, you know. She's studied journalism and social communication. She has a master in communications, but there are no jobs for her in the valley, you know, like for doing that. So people say yes, there's a lot of work, but a lot of those jobs are at Walmart or a city market, and they don't pay well enough for living in the valley because it's expensive.
What do you and your wife like to do the most when you're not at work, living where you do?
Well, it depends on the season.
Are you hiking?
It's not
people?
the same as in Colombia, you know?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, we love hiking. We love camping. I have always loved hiking and camping. We just don't do that very often in Colombia because it's a little bit dangerous. Here we're free to do it. We can go wherever we want and nothing's going to happen. So we try to go camping and hiking every time we can. Watching movies, kayaking. The only thing we haven't tried yet is skiing or snowboarding. I have done skiing like 4 times already. Every time the school takes the students to learn to ski days, teachers can try to learn to ski too. I did it 4 days. Now I want to buy the season, the pass, the ski pass, and try snowboarding. So let's see what happens next season.
Just to wrap up here, what advice would you give to a teacher who's thinking of relocating to Eagle County?
Well, it depends if they have friends, because if they have friends in here, they can help them find a place, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I helped 2 friends find places here before they arrived last year to other schools. They're from Colombia too. They were my friends there.
Okay.
And I kind of told, I mean, it's beautiful here, you know? And it's a beautiful place and it's a very nice community. The school district is awesome. The only difficult thing is the housing. And if they don't have friends, the only thing they can do is try to look for a place in Facebook Market or try to apply as much as they can to different apartment buildings and to be in the wait list and to lower their expectations, you know. It is really expensive. So if you're going to pay a relatively low price, don't expect to have a very clean, neat, beautiful place because that's not going to happen.
Julian, it was so great to talk to you. Thank you for giving us this inside perspective on this unusual program in Eagle County.
Thank you. Thank you for hearing us.
You can hear more of Julian's story in KUNC's podcast, The Colorado Dream: Housing Wanted. Find it on your favorite podcast app and watch for a new season this fall. It's graduation season, and students all over the country will hear this familiar tune. That is Pomp and Circumstance, composed by Sir Edward Elgar in the early 1900s. And this year, students at CU Boulder will hear new versions of the traditional graduation march. That's a big band arrangement of Pomp and Circumstance by CU College of Music professor Paul McKee. He also created a Latin jazz version. And a New Orleans jazz version. Whatever music you hear as you cross that stage, congratulations to all the graduates. That's it for us today here on In the NOCO. I'm Erin O'Toole. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.